usually the land that farmers and families in surrounding areas have been living off of for generations or even hundreds of years. This is their livelihoods that's being taken away from them. One of the things I do with IWPS is actually accompanying farmers to their land that has now been stranded on the other side of the wall or checkpoints. And Israel says that although it's cutting off farmers from their land, it will allow them through at certain times with a certain kind of permit. Well, this is a man that I accompanied to the gate of the wall in hopes of getting to his land, and he had gone to acquire one of these permits to get to his own land. And he actually had papers as well dating back to the Ottoman era proving that he was the owner of that land on the other side, that he could see through but he couldn't get to when he wanted to. Well, we went together and we waited for 2 days, trying to flag down any jeep that would pass by, hoping that soldiers would let us pass, and they wouldn't. And this man, he didn't even want to go to pick his olives. He just wanted to go to be on his land. He said, I just want to sit under my trees, and he couldn't. So another thing that people are cut off from is each other. So sometimes if you have a house on the outskirts of a village, because they build the wall right up against the village, that house will end up on the wrong side of the wall. And that's exactly what happened to my friend Munira, who lives in this house. In front of it, you can see that 25-foot concrete wall separating Munira and her husband and their 6 children from their village, from their community. Behind the house is another wall separating the family from the nearest settlement. And on the right and left sides of the house are 2 more fences separating the family from their own land that has been annexed by Israel. So Munira and her family are basically living in a kind of cage. Here's the gate to the cage. You can see it's manned by soldiers, so people who want to visit Munira, whom you can see in the back with one of her kids, have to sort of hope that the soldiers are in a good mood and will let them through. Munira at this point hardly dares to leave her cage because she and her husband have been served something called demolition papers, which means that the Israeli army actually intends to demolish their home. And many people actually consider Munira sort of lucky because oftentimes if a house is in the way of an expanding settlement or road or the wall, they won't bother building a whole fence around it and getting a soldier to come